mama ha mama do Strong Voice Network so munya be ma ohene Kofi Safuni ene mabepie lawyer Charles Kwaku Amoh Darteh we Charles abofudi de ya na kanbo ti mabepie lawyer Kwaku Amoh Darteh office and then I did Strong Voice Network the free studio e dey abedu lawyer Amoh Darteh etitia eye abrantia e fe no Anas Aremiao Anas Union say Anas obono Safuni say o investigative journalist na akofa undercover videos we buy aya onemi no number 12 eye Anas on GFA eye ura kwasi nyantachi na ono ken ehwe video no etiti nsem ane wom ene ade a ohun se Anas adwuma oye no etosi nti o hyase se obom ntokuro na onya evidence be brave and I will be show you crowd Kensity forecourt why or friend who watches the watchman or describe Anas say onye or a terrorist Anas a thief or a comfort or a poboni or a witini I know na abrante Anas Aremiao Anas Anthony wase no page honorable Ken Edukojina High Court last year anymore and Accra High Court they rule nearby now some court ne kan nyina ne say honorable Ken efre Anas witini court ne ditumu ofre Anas kromfo ogitumu court ne court nzaje say on Anas eye kromfo no nyina ditumu if we say evidence honorable Ken e de court no na afi judge no jaho hwia na enyi judge no egina so e ka say Anas onye investigative journalist name investigative terrorist I don't know Anas Aremiao Anas Anthony wase opija asem the call Supreme Court of Ghana say ka Supreme Court nullify High Court really no tia no say oye terrorist oye thief oye we no ka court no Supreme Court no nullify really no I don't know Andra the Supreme Court of Ghana etnasi the ruling by say omuhwe evidence ne nsama e judgment ni mo a omuntimi nullify judgment no nti said Accra High Court really say Anas investigative terrorist no sapepe in some description a judge na masa court no de ma Anas ni nyina no Supreme Court say no kre omofoa High Court ruling no so na yaba lawyer Kwaku Amoh Darteh oni wona ken pa ona ken kasamafo so eno no na yentimi ko ba bia Anas yenya obia ni nsem nkomo apart from lawyer Kwaku Amoh Darteh nti Strong Voice Network yaba ni office say ene no ebe kren komo ni yahu de course one ono so adwen awo fa ona ken na so akasa going forward no ye be bo video no Andra ruling ne by no Daddy Fred the announcer newspaper US of A ene ona broken atwetwe komo wakasa tiawa yebebo ama obia ane atifu nyina ene bɛhwɛ so subscribe to Strong Voice Network be subscribe to Strong Voice Network na watimi enya more videos ahwɛ na share ma for comment bra back in kind the amount mamela the producers as Mr. and Kofi Opombrenya Mr. Kofi Opombrenya afi so Mr. Kwaku Mega also yadase afi so Alex Kofi Dogbe my big boy Fifi also yadase Mr. Albert Broby Ma Rosemary Martin Class and also yadase abeku oni efiura next one munyina damase vida bukwi munyina obi bia onya botre ehwe bia so da was titi wa subscribe to Strong Voice Network no also yadase share ma foforo na fa comment by the better screen so na wonya bi akenkan na active na fa akanya so nya bi akenkan tell me kind munya ohini Kofi Safuni baba lawyer Kwaku Amoh Darteh office council akwaba
ya minia
zabo kwade
nyame so no kro
maba office ti o se me na ma akwaba
okay abi na so no akwaba
no so me isi me studio na I am in studio to say
okay
enti o ye me guest
and what turning office home office to
yes.
personal studio
yes
accepted
enti me ma akwaba
ijo so
bibi awoko so
nyame so no kro
Okay, who watches the Watchman?
Yes.
Kamun Sam Kakra. Who watches the Watchman video? No, Kamun Sam Kakra.
Okay, in the first place, I'm going to say na menchia yatie for ene yapɛ for yinara ewo Strong Voice network so na me also be na wase for this excellent and powerful opportunity say me so memfa madwene kakra emra na yem bible in semwa a course a lady to who watches the watchman how the Anas Arimiya far defamation your friend is the court to rule against him or moving forward to the apex court, which is the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, to say yanko quash the decision of the High Court. Let me that was for this excellent opportunity. I am say say after the race, accompanied by Agyapong, Honorable Ken, of firm who decided say running for presidential promise. Now, Okofa nomination form, or the nomination form, a call for vetting. You qualify, no, say, or Kantinka Bema Mapa, or also Utimi running for a presidential promise and hoping to become the flag bearer of the NPP. Pass through all the processes. Nyamia dom enipa ekofa form so no normal bro 10. I mean normal bro 5. And therefore now our constitution was here sonny so now a shortlisted no yimu 5. Nyamia dom we went through the process of shortlisting and oba nipa 5 no we all nim yate and someone a course na a time na a bone na and say fata a course so impo and with a special electoral college na no and 26 November no 26 August 26 August and that particular day 26 August no and gave birth to the famous word showdown. The showdown in this country was giving birth on the 26th of August. Time and someone else Kosovo North East, and someone else Kosovo Bono, another pass Bono East, and someone else Kosovo Enya na here Kantinka accompanied Agyapong to stand up and step onto the plate and make a pronouncement against injustice, to usher injustice at that time, to save lives and bring sanity into the election. And then was 26th of August, the showdown day. The funny and the August 4th election, I mean the November 4th election, I'm afraid N4 so the Agyapong has been calm and relaxed. As I say, you're far with me, just give you the background. As I say, far with me, and Sabri, or Jenna Humi, some of course, intertextual course, a month or so. I told about the way was a 2-year country them, but some of us the view be said. If the process is wrong, if the process was unfair, if the process wasn't transparent, now you can't normally it gives birth to hatred. It gives birth to pain. Trinka yaudie. What you say? Emma a chrono epumpunu. Which are they be trouble? And so that's a better. It be better.
It be to say of fear tree in Yabofuno.
No, what you say? Our buffalo said, "When we be cow, you're not of fear no, Nina Mabontina." What you say? Oh, best afro, my best amphibio. And all that we are saying is before people talk about reconciliation, before people talk about integration, no can you believe when they say First of all, let us talk about the rot. First of all, let us talk about the aberrations, the electoral aberrations that cause. First of all, let us talk about the irregularities that cause. Once we are able to identify the conflict, once we are able to identify Nema and Kosono, then we can do a proper conflict resolution.
Okay.
I want to talk about a friend is reconciliation comes after when the actual problem has been identified. Because this reconciliation is somewhat after the election, it's about process improvement. It's about into the future. We say next time we will allow the rules of engagement to be tripped upon, trampled upon, or the rules of engagement to be the guideline, the roadmap, intimidation be indeed this is a party of brains.
Okay. What is now young call a one kakra and see na partner reconciliation committee adwuma and then I will share him say committee no the beba wanting.
In the first place, what do they want to reconcile? Someone identify a problem now. If there is no conflict, what do you want to reconcile? So first of all, they have to tell us why the reconciliation. And even the cause until almost feel is say we have to come together. They should tell us. Because me, for example, I want to know, because the reconciliation has to have a purpose, reason, the aim. What do you want to achieve? And some what says I can say, oh, yam free way. Now, if you want to reconcile, also who say any pattern be ejinayo. Also who say any pattern ejinayo is sonny so many can nipa 5 and any nipa 5 na here say baby a entimi kan wasam a wo kan yesi part no e koto baby a selective obi. What is the mature national? In the sample full way, they spend money, they spend time. Let me put it this way: they spend resources, enough resources, to get to where they are today. And the Obia was a little bit of pain. Obia was feeling say, I have wasted my time. Obia feeling say, if this is I do the outcome, they can catch them and come triple free more. Obia can be save BB. And I may read Darteh, my journey, a call baby, call ye BB, and can one me, enough for my family, community, and free mobile, and society as a whole. But some way in our apostle. Nessa yankan was a year. Nessa Yaudia will be new. Nessa tribu probably will be new. How do you call for reconciliation? It's an answer, it's a theory. Let us reconcile, cause on full people of our choice, or more carry an interest. To how are they going to reconcile?
Is it to a cancer be say, over me a friend and penifono, and I say, more so say, ya yasem, ubia dia che, you move forward, but ne support us more for mono.
So, Nipa 10 to 5. Yeah. Nipa 10 to 5, they are not standing there in isolation. Ubia a cluster, a basket of followers. Yeah, almost bought into their vision and mission of transformation. The various individuals are. So, and therefore, you can't just do a top-level reconciliation and more our own drill down the reconciliation process to touch the bottom of the pyramid. Okay. The base, the grassroots. Okay. What I say, and I also reconciliation on person. I also say, for example, let me take Agyapong as a case study. Only following only MPP members.
Yeah. Ne Ghana.
Yeah. NDC, MPP, CPP, voting voters, and all some of these people are not of expectation. One particular direction. Now our hopes and aspiration has dwindled and now it has come to a stall. Now say, oh yeah, reconciliation, and assume you say you go to the bottom of the pyramid, maybe only MPP for Kwaku. What about the NDC force and no follow? How do you bring the reconciliation to read them? What about the CPP? What about the ordinary man, voting voters? What about the ordinary man, that village woman? Yeah, or you in tomato form.
So I say, in our family.
Yes,
MPP for an idea be more full. You know, Makasa will be a come out Tony Ma. Ombetimi the order up Ghana for no matter to about.
Yes. So a reconciliation
any party for no reconciliation. I think say.
But we who say Bible crack how to reconcile. Bible how to reconcile. And he said, or see, before repentance or before forgiveness, there must be repentance. So the reconciliation is about say, oh, we have repented. Yes, but okay, how can you reconcile? Okay. So the subsequent behavior. The subsequent behavior. What I say, yeah, full campaign team, committees of the campaign team, Busa who say other flag bearer running candidates. Any part 10 no, any part 5 no. Do you see any elements? And now almost sweat, and now almost smell. These are the type of things. There must be a reconciliation. After the reconciliation process, now quickly you must form a communication team. Now, communicating to a form in crowd is a slap and insult on certain people, because this is somebody while winning an election about 37.8%, massive chunk of delegates. You or see that event, like I said, process, or see that event that day, the 4th November day. No aberrations were no aberrations. On the 4th November day, while any irregularity be yambo obi antramoto so nyane the agent be empra yafa bibi an show be con, and therefore that day event was transparent and fair. It didn't talk about the process. Moving and you step to this guy and say, oh please, let us all come together. It's okay. I have some conditions. I say I have some conditions. There's pain in me, and I never cost money, but certain people be here. One more insulting me. Certain people will be I cannot be around them. If you need me to be part, I cannot be around them. Now you talk about reconciliation. Here comes the campaign team. Certain people are obia or your major person or your major stakeholder. Okay? Our party. Some of us want to be around them. You get more franca. One more is like a reward. Oh, great. Kopano kwafo, kakra me kasa mkoya no, moti yeye, modi kakra hu no kra, mo meje. So you be manager, be a campaign manager, be my campaign spokesperson, be my campaign communicator, be my campaign this, be my campaign this. In effect, invariably, it's an insult and a slap and a dagger, et tu brutal, in the heart of a very important person in the party. And if you want to reconcile, let's say first of all, Obeka said, these are my issues. You haven't even resolved the issue yet. You haven't resolved the issue. Then, a slap. And until where we are now, no. I say, oh, because we have the power, we have the authority, we do what we can. And we will step and do whatever. It doesn't matter who you are. We will step on you, but we are going for the trophy. And Eka said, that's not how we build parties. The MPP are in Nimwe and collaborating since Victor Usunu time. No, it's not the type of MPP.
Osha, which said Chairman Opombio.
Yes.
Manifesto a year committee no Martino, only in charge of Agric. No, Honorable Ken, campaign chairman.
And so, Honorable Ken, campaign chairman, I don't want to seriously, if I want to delve deeper into this appointment, a lot of people will not be happy about it.
Okay. It's here
for now. But the question therefore is, say only will be Yejuma, boss be a Yejuma. This is an analogy. Now, your competition be. Competition was fearsome competition. Competition not a competition be not a fierce. What you say? Now we were part of a team be more. And a competition end there. And they said, Obi Befre will say, come and be part of me, the opponent. Before they come and be part of me, I don't think that it would be better to consult your lead and say, lead, when I ever catch you, say this, never catch him, what do you think?
Don't you also think, say, be a Nakasa?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm giving an analogy. Into only Nakasa, hey, only Nkasa, yeah, it's left to him and it's left to whoever.
Now, young call, yeah, the topic for
today.
So,
yeah,
Anas versus Honorable Ken Agyapong.
You see, the fight between, I would say the issue between Anas and Honorable Kwaku Agyapong, I think Ghana for should actually congratulate Honorable Kwaku Agyapong for standing up and stepping onto the plate to ensure, say, the powers Nana Anas or build all over these years, no, Namiadum through the court of law, no, that power has been dwindled. We say 18 June 2018, and then Anas, the Honorable Kwaku Agyapong court said, "We're defaming, wakakasebia a good movie." Yeah, a man or no, how people estimating, you know. That's what Tiaba from a bua, any paddy man. That's what Tiaba from Emma said because no quite a Juma all year, or no year, Juma month from Nukrana. Now will be a person over the people shining on Marvozo Papa, dear one in the year. I said, the name of Guasi, it will nip him. And now I'm saying, you know, the one of our company the poor a court to say, and some walk a can reduce a good hoofing. Court and can't you know about Kwaku Agyapong said one can't say me were defaming a defamatory words. What you say? Ain't it? I wasn't obey Darteh. Obey Darteh no Anas a read me out. Obey Darteh no body shiri. That's what defamation is about. You go to court for compensation. The compensation is not here. 25 million cedis. Person Jeffrey Kwaku Agyapong na ye di Darteh. Na ne hu fia Kwaku Agyapong supposedly edia gu no otse no. So that was the entire case. And the basa no how the case ni be kono. When I was say o marshal with evidence. Yeah, your friend Adansi die krata and then the court because the onus is on you. The burden is on you. Because so now allege say Kwaku Agyapong will go hoofing and therefore court you have to prove, and the proof now only court must be relevant, it must be admissible, it should have a material connectivity. Say, so this is my proof. And the announced marshal and proof at the court. I compare with Japan so and then the proof, evidence. Yeah, I'm referring evidence. Also, at the command court to say court to shame. And the court to shame meaning and the court can say evidence. I remember what they buy. A paucity just say ensure name and carry weight. But evidence we have got to be number one. That evidence must be admissible. It has to have weight. The most do because same okay the shoot go baby no cry evidence here no cry say when somehow can what will announce once. And now Kwaku Agyapong no. That's why me can me see. A fair comment. When and now me can't ask now enunti me evidence back when di can you find KOA1 evidence money evidence to sum you know KOA2 money evidence to me say KO3 ya obi kra here no say or you shake or you fake or you shake be a fake shake money evidence to so for no KO4 KOA4 evidence and no say evidence na chere say Omo planning say on be set it up. Ivory Coast Prime Minister, no more set it up. Not Akufo-Addo. No more bringing one more temple down. It's a basa now court decisions. Let me tell you how court made their decision. Judicial decision. And sana court be kase be buasem. The equation is said. The court will just look at all the facts. And somehow be kenyina no. No ahwe ho adansi die ni nyina o de bae. That there's a deal of be mu, pensing, what there's a deal of the buy. Oh, yeah, no, I apply the law. The judicial decision, no, yeah, friend said judgment according to the Bible. Yeah, so we share all the facts, we are no, I heard the applicable law. So all the applicable laws, connected to defamation, may go be moving, you know, court to share in now. We share no share evidence in the court decide they say no, and someone. Kwaku Agyapong kind one did papa that name of na sem trodo ya de no man na wo papa ne timo na person wo ye na ensem bia menua na ye ya papa e decided tie dia court describe say adwuma o ye no ya o frɛ ho say investigative journalist no ono de ono on frɛ wo investigative journalist crampo bio na mom obɛfrɛ wo say who ye investigative terrorist.
That was March 15th 2023.
Yes.
Judgment
Investigative what?
Terrorist.
And the terrorism it won't because of
setting
up. Now baby obi this can obi change this can nipa no hu anim na wonim the reason why this can cry the purpose of the change. And Akompeko Japan and his lawyers, they marshal all the evidence. Evidence and also court to share who say evidence here or there by a move but in civil trials. There were criminal trial and there was civil trial. In civil trials, sending a defamation, which is a tortious act. The burden of proof, a preponderance of probability. He said, a medical betimidi adansidian krata enema a chere se adena ukayen e no kra na se enye no kre no. Dudu ade bekwa ni nyina ye relevant, each one of them corroborate. No. To share some money and ask me to mean 25 million citizens amount because I did a Japan, I rather than a Japan. Odisoka was save Ghana, was save Africa Coast, was bringing Ghana, Ghana food was save, but they're going to boost a question. They say, where in the US, where in the UK, and a journalist, Ebeka Sobe White House. And now say 10 Darwin Street. I say Kwaku investigating the president of America. And now say the prime minister of UK with the malicious intention say Obe bring it one more down. It will happen. And the judge spoke about what? Patriotism. The degree of patriotism, how I'm of patriotic, and how I am patriotic. So if you read the entire judgment of High Court now, it was thoroughly written. Now, I started by defining idea a fair defamation. Idea a fair say a nipa who goof efin. Or we not just a defamation equally woman who don't you know. The idea anwaka. Libel no, and a slander. They are libel they are tre. What tre dear no say safo. Say why Gustavo Mufi matre, it goes into a permanent domain. And now you want slang and say what do I know? I compare with Japan or Nanwaka, say or Chelina or we no or chair a choir befad choir. If you take Obi to court, Naka said the public court were different Magumufia. There are elements. Elements are what's the ultimate proof. Number one. Asema nipa ne kan na egu hu fia na no kwese na ensem no so egu nipa fia na number 2 and ensem okan na efa wo ho it should be in persona na efa ho na and ensem okan no so no ya wo se efa ho na egu hu fi no a cause damage the resultant damage a cause empire no kra no kwese egu hu fia na judge no took his time what I say to walk the readers of the judgment through a whole lecture on defamation. We had all the defenses. So because what defame will be or all the defenses are ya obetimia faso their attitude a free in fact when I finished reading the judgment of the judge, I saw me kind and say where they say we were here, we were faculty of law and I can make a total and this will be my textbook on defamation and I be no sir me defamation no some man for be can once say the judgment was well written. They said
not to krukran
to krubia na ho or the emra and the judgment. But interestingly no say judgment be our court na say judgment near the ma court no when ho you can also go to the either go to court of appeal or you can go to Supreme Court.
Okay. To know all of
this. Announce decided is irrespective of what the judge has said or still or he has the right. And that has the right. Obi see the point. It could be Japan. I think one of the interviews can say I was announcing TSA go to the next level. And I in the lowest tool for because judgment in the by or no cross and letter by say he's going to go on appeal. So kind of can say but as a lawyer no so judgment bar you cannot use the social media to bastardize the courts or to say the person will be against the judgment. The only thing you can do be a way me banner say my judgment don't fight, don't yell, don't quarrel. Our constitution has given us the right. You can step up either to court of appeal or to the Supreme Court. Say judgment there by an ontiase. But before you can go there, you have to have your grounds of appeal. What's what mean assembly suntia or person will cause assembly either say there's an error of law and now say error of fact. Say judge now Supreme Court friend is a high court judge, maybe who also share one share and maybe who are obun any good so and until a man or this or our rival at this particular decision. That's an error of law.
Okay.
And an error of fact, they say, and someone a kind of be advanced. Dear, you have not also the new shepherd. Assembly you have also the new shepherd for the new and Nunti and a man, sir, judgment or debate are resulting in miscarriage of what? Justice. And you need to be able to have good grounds and sign our court. Appeal. I haven't even seen his appeal but I have just heard about the said judgment 3-2. Yes, Supreme Court actually 3 say I compare with Agyapong go. We also just say 2 just say no. But it's 3-2. Once it's 3-2, no dear. I compare with Agyapong waji. But the prison went here and as I remember so who court appeal. A day I was appeal with me and say I say judgment now. The lower court on the buy. I say the Court of Appeal or Supreme Court will affirm the judgment. And now say obey disaffirm the judgment. And now say obey set aside the judgment or obey vary the judgment. And when I announce I remember say Omoka said quash to quash a judgment set aside.
You bet also.
Father Kuchini baby.
A creative was our strong voice network. So subscribe it, subscribe. Never comment bra. Back in Kadama. Me also my Georgina all line so share dasi. Antibab school car. Kennedy Baiva, when you more line so Amoh Maria Moka would Dumura also when you cheer all your shoe. Now, young crochet and someone Kakra no ken a kind answer we who watches the watchman. If we are near the portion of who watches the watchman, but they are not a nurse or state prosecutor and as a state attorney officer. Now, no, nurse now, because I confess, say, Amoh and buy and as a motor. Can say $100,000. Yonko Yunkuti, Yaba, and Elo Yakokamunate, ever trust.
They don't know. And then you buy a back. I don't be buying and back and put the price. Some they don't know. But they don't know.
Some in a Mamma Central and Obi to me a friend, Macon office or Jimachi in a dear man. The date of birth or no date of birth, you're correct. Or share the passport number, you're correct. Or share a date of birth, you're correct. Then O'Shea was, yes, this is investment Amir for me school. I pay $1,000 a month.
Did you confirm?
Yes,
I was a bank now.
Yes. Company now see mami modini ya no akasa ahwe ono kra na to tell you the truth. Ade na me ye kra na me nsu an yie. And then you mre na masu an yie pa because the guy confirmed. So we started going through. Na e bi to aso. And ye who says a man for investment and what hack into the banks and insurance companies. And all you see. The man called the wife. What's here? Who date of birth? Date of birth in 1978. Was that? Or to make us say, not girl no ye secretary war, you be a bank. Every details. Master, are you serious? And I can was it. How? Why? Who gave this boy that authority? Who gave that boy authority? At a month. President Mills in a man Ghana for Abaji we do ya and then what that crom for a good be any massy, a good institutions any massy. Successful people, Nippon share no say important people. Pass our professional occupation and person Bobona, Usimiana, and Kabu. What were important people in society? Had you in a car and nurse said on your back nurse? Obia and a mammy back of friend. My man. Or friend was ish. Now, a branchian when you Brahma Bre will reassert to get to where I am. Oh no, your friend Constance Swanica. Hey, baby, I'm minim there, but I'm never in a casa.
Also deal.
Yes. Yes. Why? I didn't want to we are saying. Some me come to say, no one knew me a beginner. Me catch her say. And maybe Baba say, I'll stop one mass in your question. Is unfortunate, say, or the alpha question, but we've been able to stop him. And they're gonna for about 80%. I believe we say, Anas were corrupt.
He further tells the prosecutor that due to his relationship with Babatunde, he was bought with $100,000.
His demeanor, 1.9 million from where? Who did they take it from? And he started telling me how the people came here, they were working with them, and how, so at that time, they buy me with $100,000. Because he somehow relates to me. Somehow, I don't know.
Yeah, before Honorable can be sure who watches a watchman no videos kakra. And na D-Day who watches the watchman video na show you so no. As you hear the kakra aba if you say Tamana Anas I was state attorney no and as a state prosecutor in office no or ka say or the evidence ni man no challenge on the matter no $100,000. The state attorney should be saying on also me say and saying no so on the money card adequacy there on account mo dada. Enti no way and any my course so who watches the watchman anymore and now and I'm so Anas the Honorable Ken it could now Accra High Court High Court no in favor of Honorable Ken Anas Antin was called Supreme Court no. Now Yanka Chief was a Guidance Foundation International Guidance Foundation pay what the youth with Honorable Ken or in Agyapong. The April 19th a very guidance conference UPSA guidance conference UPSA April 19th 2024 yeah say on ye ready bobo ho say mu ye school mu ye kuo mu dwuma bia na mo pese mo be participate free the here ya lorry fare odeba insu obenum kwade ne be sa provide insu edemo to pese ode ontuma ebebo Guidance Foundation International entuma no in the form of sponsorship with me afre 0244 424-885 0244-424-885 Fred na mpedifo ne onya hyehyeye na found to my body and ton drop at them if you say you UPS de no April 19th na June na me aduma you so me America US of A near the international version so e de aba say wo Legon or UPS or Atraco or can say Crack College of Medicine or Pantai. Maybe I will be a school be a walk around Medina and even in Crambe Biano. Or bet me a church for bet me a camwabum. Now the student number. If you say any for diplomats pa and a bassy, I say, Nami Abduma, it be a British High Commissioner, and I say American Embassy, Ambassador no, but a special guest of honor. A confirmation bar, a more certainty program I bason, a big. Only say Guidance Foundation there, or they are now they are same. I mean that guidance team so I say, like Kwaku Amunda Tebeda was a part mobile for Agyapong chairman. Also, a better was me ask my madam wants me. If you say, me ask me a pencil with a character, me ask me a pencil. I've a shy with Lasisi, Ike, cancer Tet, Isaac Tete, also a Darteh. I feel so, or this Shabas Antisafo, a Kwesi Ninsen, Robert Balfour Finn, Benjamin Tai, Emmanuel True, Mundina, guidance team in Nano, or him a fear manson, or Baba Koda. Remember bear or tree do back or him will be a point count. Guidance Foundation International Guidance Conference, the 8th edition no the Basso because first edition is UPSA, second edition is Koyo Kufodia, third edition is Koyo Kumase, fourth is Sunyane, fifth is Takrade, sixth is Cape Coast, now seventh no is Tamale. Now 2024 is Twaso UPSA if you say Emrenaso say Guidance Foundation International no. Who's a guidance number strong voice network?
Oh yes.
Until you the foundation no and youth conference in Eba. We can go Guidance Foundation or YouTube. Binya episodes in Ashe from UPSA to Tamale. Maybe I'll be Ashe like YouTube. To call Strong Voice Network page. Binya previous episodes in no sorry. Now subscribe to Strong Voice Network channel. Cancel.
Yes sir.
Yemra back.
Yeah.
After Yanko Tie March 15th na ruling no ebae no asema honorable Ken account high court anymore yeba yebeto us
after the judgment.
The victory is for the victims of Anas, the people, the good people of this country that Anas has destroyed. All those people who were sacked from their jobs, the people who have died through Anas illegal investigation should be compensated. Compensation is not enough. He has to apologize to his victims. And today, I say to Ghanaians that we have to be bold to speak the truth in this country. They have gone through Anas's humiliation in this country. Nobody, no citizen of this country should go through like that. I tell you today, the 50,000, I don't need it. I give it to him, but he should live with his conscience. And with this judgment, God is also going to give his judgment.
Yakoshe Abba, honorable Ken ka say judgment no enye ono judgment judgment akoma Ghana for nyina, especially kwesinya ntachi ni omo a Anas esisi omo eje omo ajapade ebi mu kura ahwere omo kwan ilim judges omo free mu lawyers omo hwere mu adwuma custom officers immigration police for dodo na ahwere omo adwuma na enim gwase edigu omo honorable Ken say sa judgment no ekomo nyina council ofa sa asem we say
you made that peace for sa akonya we ase we me ni honorable akompre kwa Japan Kennedy wa Japan me no ye adwene papa I think say the judgments na eba you know come Ghana for nyina because there is somebody na de wo ye bia no e de yawo ewura enipem for example esun ehun and Bible class ehun mamejidejo enti say ojidejo you cannot perform ojidejo you can't pick perform and I want me mini ye kwa nye niema bia obetumi ja ball brass adwen sakra enti Kennedy says our judgment mama no come Ghana for a lot of judges alusu omo juma ebinum awu and obi oye the head of the household obi on if you know the sole breadwinner no say olusu na juma the trickling down effect the multiplier effect the Kwaku see the busuani akora ya won foforo the lot of judges elusu omo immigration officers and the customs officials ni nyina so ebebe yaw ebi munya stroke ebi munya tribuka yeah omode ayede atwara nanu and see do the account enti the judgment was for Ghanaians and again for Ghanaians said if you look at KOA4 yeah one of the evidence videos Canada or Japan presented to the court what you say yeah court to show a very strong video yeah evidence was so powerful and touching and it said obia one more plan say you better call into the Jubilee House, okay, and bring Akufo-Addo presidency down. Obia a person call Ivory Coast, the premise of Ivory Coast, so you're quite the same thing. So even the judgment, what Japan say, a common Ghana phone, it extends beyond the boundaries of this country.
Sure.
Even to Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Say obi person wo yes no way nyina no bring was assassin sem.
Yeah.
So people were working and operating under fear. Nobody is saying, say, Anas on your journalist. The guy says, the journalist know a terror. And to be something, a terror, just an idea, the head of Medusa type, Jatabi, who will be a slow terrorism.
Yeah.
I didn't use the word. This is the judgment. Yeah, a whole judge say a person now all make it this pronouncement, you know. Changing your name, christening your name, no. Master is at the name. And he say, what you can do in Japan? Unselfish. What you can do in Japan? We're very patriotic. Until the patriotic songs, there be all kind of patriotism. Empony slogan, patriotism, honesty, and discipline.
You better hon. Then person a theater and say, young Koshe. Supreme Court ruling about Endrano. Ni tia sama na woken e kan. Ye ba because o kan sem bi e o mu a me pese ye ba e be kan wasem. Ye go esa video ni amra ye ba e be to aso.
Oh, nyamia.
Yo. Na anasa remianas yanyane tie say Supreme Court rule asem saying na wisi hono.
Oh, I'm indifferent about the whole thing. Say High Court rule and one thing was in what they call Supreme Court. Say almost squash near judge, the ruling, In the end, say Supreme Court and so I remember say no. The evidence on what patches say judge not describing as a criminal way saying into almost question about the evidence before the judge. And idioma obi was Supreme Court crown so who evidence no on to me enko squashy at the end because judge ruling the description of the man is based on the evidence that I gave. Empirical evidence with videos. Our me no say crashy na juma ye and send me. What is it? Until was the court Supreme Court. Senka omu impem.
Nti say we share asema Supreme Court deba na ya wan kasa san si yo.
Oh, but I'm just cool about it. If he say judges na kasa, near so ten was ya fine, on ten was in was over Saku be more. In fact, me evidence don't come more.
Hey.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that's evidence. Me were pen drive where my children in plastic, a musa, baby.
And that's who evidence.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
Baby. I'm coming to me back. But them say, initially, I saw the background here, Pipri, and why I'm probably Brianco. I don't know. I all me, I met me, I catch the woman, Ghana for you know, say. Obi awo ya dia manokure ni wani mukai ena mo obi anso ehun emma ne mu Ghana for politicians ama ehun abai muma ye nokure isa oye ya obewu nti oso o kanokure o kan obewu wan kan obewu then speak the truth betimi aboa o man no there's a gentleman who has been coming to me so, Anas, any yase or name in Tema say na also Pemasem pad. O hun or the meno on yamri, but Name Penocre. E was Simuno. O dear, you better was a pa. I'm not looking at the Agyapong, they better never can touch my hand. Oh, the Americans say Ghana for Mumbi Yaku drew baby or mine do no. A hunu I shall Ghana for Mundo. A moment to mean Casa. We should be bold to speak the truth. And that will help the country. Now, be a monocre, and so, yes, and every Omo can ye free, Omo man of Creman, almost Sako Gina babya, no more complaining, so mine wide. I think there, Mummy and Canocre, or mine wide, dear Canocre, or mine we are Canocre. Oh, yes, I'm not going to.
Abba, Council.
Yes, sir.
Robert Ken Cassim be said. Ghana for enfed being film. Now ubia enye patriotic. If we say again enya kan eya kan. Sasem we yan fat two no entoto and I say yan fat two in a movie.
You see, also Supreme Court judgment in the Bayern was Bibia Echo say I'm not for be so say Canada and Japan no be how moya na nyu no say even the Supreme Court craft feeling say oh yeah in this particular instance no na judge no aka no kre and indeed was save Ghana was save Ivory Coast was save almost everybody are now operating under fear. So what I say and now also to Ghana for say everybody should be a straight talker. They say ade ni ya ka say eye ade ni ya mo men ka say because so maybe up say udi utu anamoko wanimu a yemfa momuaso kataso emfa mbu o mine and to him there say Ghana development be koso a this say Ghana for timi sorry jinama no kre say bibinya wo say Ghana for soldiers a die we enye eno na ya na ye kase Empo within our party, if something is wrong, people have to say it's idea way and yet, idea way and yet. That is the only way. I don't know with Agyapong again in Libya, and you can only eradicate corruption in our system. Say a man for a truthful, a man for a honest. We can eliminate or reduce significantly the degree of corruption in our country.
Okay.
Now, only say, even the guy there conference about being tell me honorable or kasa or can or can fan honesty. Say if you are honest, empo your business and now your entrepreneur or business activities no. Sorry, so bring.
Sure.
It is a person Ghana to and more koye anymore. Apart from leadership, say leadership no encan no krenye honest, any patriotic man in mind. The individual Ghanaians are come to accomplish believe. They say, I was a Ghana for so ye anokwafo, no credifo. E tuntum a mumien kasa ye tuntum.
Kokwa enka.
E fufu a mumien kasa ye fufu. Enu nti onu soru gina say. O say utie video na. O say announce onye ne tamfo.
Debi.
Announce onye obi a akompre Agyapong otano.
Debi.
Na mum de na ompeni say ahunhunu a ene kon faso ye na djuma no. His modus operandi, the mode of the operations of his activities, and I compare with Agyapong who said, no, I deal with Emwa or mine, and therefore I will not fight him as a person, but I will fight against the processes, the procedures, his mode of operation, and I make us a kind of us you and yet, Sesano, so open credit, open no credit, couldn't dia, oh, Ghana man credit. A daddy, I'm a corruption, ye free or dia, and ye quanya all fast one. My quanya quanya, a muda hot trodo, a muda hot kind, and no cre woman. What I say, that's all Honorable Agyapong is talking about. And his often the leadership style is about the truth. His leadership style is about discipline. His leadership style is about say yen fa or dog. Entra ye mamu ye no ye ho na ye no ye man se wo do wo man a unko fa ye man sika enko ye enoma bi ehun se wo do wo man a wo behwe se nkora nya dwuma ye wo do wo man wo behwe se Ghana is developing amanfo baby da enkene ya wo ho ye sika sem eye adwadifo dig school for go school in happiness. Magazine for smally because per pass prices no so eco form what you say exchange rate be perform and no say dey no cry then your good leaders or go your mama your patriotica Ghana will be the best place to be and no ti no credit wo ho a na mpanifo di no cry na timamu for edi no cry momuaso kataso proye ne kankan ye wo oman mu no ebe free ho eso bete amagana father to apefra. That was his statement.
Joyce Ampoma o hwe show ne dase NS Boatin also o hwe dase Frimpong Evans o hwe dase Frederick Edu also o hwe dase Kwaku Owusu also o hwe dase JC Op also o hwe dase Ma Vida oni ma Georgina nyina mo hwe show no dase Kennedy Ba Eva also o hwe live also dase for comment bra the better screen so ama obi anya bi akenkan Council.
Yes, sir.
Now, the man can Ohene Agyapong. The biano or Sebi Biasia, Yana Ghana for Entinase. But a beko no. Nubia Casa, with the Umuya, and I see Umuya and Ka, O Papa, we any hiano. But or Sebi Biasia, Ghana for Empress of Bedje Adenatu. Adentia.
Yo, before I remember hono, me person pass me final comment on adio kanye enra Supreme Court as well by no. Okay. So he should, or the respect emamra or the respect ema court. Or say Supreme Court akasa.
Yeah.
Onu de woni bi there there. Eka fam. Or believe who said the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land.
Yeah.
And it's a Supreme Court akasa dia. Oni bibia aka. And odi afutuo ema Ghana. For you know. I read me on Supreme Court the decision here. So say that on TSA he can go for review.
Okay.
Na here. I come back with Japan here. He's about the due process of law.
Elizabeth Nyameche, that's a microphone you see. Elizabeth Nyameche, and Tomae. Mr. Dumo, so I promise you a camera back. Why? And Jacob can't be finsa. Strong voice into the studio. Yes, Officer Jimmy, a police officer Jimmy, and so I promise you. Jimmy was maybe I will be a young punk. I know you can pay my back. SK or Japan to say, but or American soldier.
Hey,
but or Japan.
And then Sulu. It's a US Marine.
At the SK, maybe I will be a Darcy. Panic also share Darcy. Franco Subempa also share Darcy. Elvis Nati also share Darcy. In Shaba also share Darcy. Kwaku Yaboa also Darcy. Peter Asare also share Darcy. Sumuli Media also share Darcy. Elvis Kwatin also share Darcy. Joas also share Momina also share Darcy Papa. Special greetings. Okay, Momina also share Darcy Papa. Future Leaders for Kent TV also share also Darcy. Felicia Nuru also share Darcy. Elvis Kwatin Safo. Elvis Kwatin, okay, also Darcy. Alberta Hagan also Darcy. Kennedy Baiva also Darcy. John Otado Bilson also share Darcy. Akwasi Nansa also share Darcy. Francis Kobina also share Darcy. Ma George na Bafo and Abafo. Ma George na Bafo also Darcy. Beatrice Tando or Munch, okay, also Darcy Papa. Joe Creamy also Darcy. Okay, obi o hwe bia no o so that for comment bra e back in card am na say the two screen so Amoh bi anya bi ahwe cancel ye hwe
your question back boop some question
me say ono ken o se bibia ase a especially say o defend and say o can be a bagana ya no comfort entinase but beko no obi aka say o we dey honorable obuoni ono ken why
me da CP am say people in this country rush to judgment sometimes. Emra, Omon Shada, a Binimon Shadan Transi, Emily, and same form for beer. And some of the ideas are Kennedy or Agyapong, Yano or the Tuja. And Amoh fan say, oh, Kennedy or Pekasa. Kennedy and Che, not or Canada. And he not Amoh brush away to Jago. But at the end of the day, Yana, it turns out say the papa yi came na no kre enunti ebi mo wo kwaso be describe no say ebia or ye a prophet and she shenko
or
komsheni what you say ezo oka bibia na manfo bagu e call the ender almost senka papa yetie na enkeye obi a ewiase a oba ye de waye bia o kaso be ye bia no otu ho na mo enna anamo na otu no tem bia man for say the end will justify the means me kwese maye sade we o start here look around the country ade o kaso be ye bia oye I want to build factories, I want to give employment, reduce unemployment and give employment. What I say, me person me boa Ghana for philanthropism. Me person me call parliament politician. Me person me running for flag bearership and become the president of the Republic of Ghana. His vision of becoming the president and doing daily and dwafo and call it is sealed with him. The idea with him, they say, need draw woman Ghana mind, need draw woman mofra, the unemployment are open, yawa and ni pedi and nema boa e wasro no. Or say, sanuma we ohua. One word pen banditry. Domestication. Yeah, import substitution companies. Obetimian revival sa concept way. They are saving the face of Ghana. Ama menu ye marmoni wo mo ayen omo dachi ayefe. Enti that is the type of man we are talking about. The because obeye bia no o won see o woni daso o tu ho anamo. And only idea a man yes sonko. Enti for me sometimes I look at him and say hey, ono Kwaku Agyapong na bamu mu
o can send you UPSC guidance conference or say yes. I'm fortunate. The reason I'm fortunate is that most people do great things and they're only remembered when they die.
Yes.
But I'm fortunate to see what will happen when I die.
Yes. I would say it's very philosophical. It's very philosophical. Right now, the whole year, what I say, and can be all buy no who can answer who say the factory is here, Juma. No.
And now, because Papa be buy,
baby,
but I don't see any national say, but especially a bini anas as a
see. Still factory, I see. Now the interview be all year, your corner, after was such say all give with numbers out. Ethanol production. You between the maize aye. You between the cassava aye. You between the ahwede aye. Now all calculated the numbers. Now be all imported be all Ghana ha. What mean import to billions of ethanol, commercial ethanol. If free outside money back Ghana ha. Emma odi in the production. Now all trust now all share
students and the pro-vice for making today a great day for me. Once again, I say thank you. I think I'm fortunate. Why I'm fortunate is that many people do great things and they are only remembered when they die. But I've been fortunate to see what will happen when I die.
He's a be here in this country, right? He's a mathematician now. Ekerage is a be here in this country, or multiply or the tonnages. Yeah, be here. You will tonnages on the dollar equivalent, the city equivalent, or me employment a big generate now reduce unemployment in this country. Or me the trickling down effect, the multiply effect. Yeah, be back. Or mayimu amagana fan into mapa efra. Or dwelle yard about import prices, or dwelle yard about import what exchange rate, any interest rate. Oh, this is a man. Yeah, or he's a design thinker. He can't be a design thinker. He doesn't think in elevator way. Say, not say, oh, young cost from there be a one way. But on no a design thinker. It's also of ethanol or the back cassava, not about employment generation, not that joining pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you produce syrups, you produce medicine in Ghana. No, I heard the world market, no, I heard the demand. This is a design thinker. What you say? And he's not just an ordinary person. And he be and son over 2-1 among. No, I didn't watch all the ramifications. No, I didn't watch all the clusters. No, I didn't watch all the ecosystem, the business ecosystem, and how I'll be managing it properly. Now, each one of them within the node are benefiting Ghana for and Yahoo Faswa, not West Africa are benefiting, Africa are benefiting, not the global situation. And he's not just an ordinary person, or Tiwa, or for only one aspect of thing. No, so I deal with a media, no parochially, no. Hey, me ya mabusu benyeska, me ya mabusu benyeska. I don't need partner dream. I compare with Japan, it's not like that. That is his uniqueness. That is his selling point. His uniqueness. And so, sometimes it is difficult to get it out of his thinking. If you say, Obi Awono say Tumugab, look at Tumugab, Tumugab, all the way in the northern region. Now, ultimately, Chasiko receive a report on cotton report on Tumugab. Yeah, Mr. Hoyestri. Obi Awono no drilling a front plains, the 5 northern regions, or did a video, or did a bro, or did coconut, or did cassava. Yeah, dreaming for 14 team. Any Gary Eba, any dream. He is thinking about ethanol. Every pharmaceutical company in the world, from Pfizer to GlaxoSmithKline to Merck, all the top to Novartis, all the top pharmaceutical companies across the world, beer use ethanol. What I say, even salt, the sodium chloride, the woman, and so the petroleum industries, they need the salt, the chlorine in the salt, they need it. It's a company Japan thinking, or thinking in a design manner. He's not an elevator thinker, but or Bibiana relationally, way related to way, all with the hope say, Ghana Mabunu, Ebenya Jumaye. All with the hope say, Ghana Sika, Ebe Kosu, Mubeyedu. All with the hope say, we can create market outside, penetrate into the after, receive the foreign exchange, and develop our country. Ama wo roads a ɛkɔ wɔ kurase, schools a ɛwɔ wɔ kurase, ɛdan a ɛwɔ wɔ kurase, ɛtumi asɔre ama Ghana for are proud of their country. This is his vision. And so all kasada utie ni ya. Wo so asa papa yi kan ensemo emuodu. He mesmerized the KSM. Or mesmerizing. KSM show. If case when more to did or papa see ya no because ensema na wati efa ono wa compare kwa Japan. Say papa do to jagu, papa dey say enti yam pray no. Okocha na nim na or interview na or satisfy so what is your vision of transformation? Now for science all use agriculture, agro-processing alone on any aspect. He didn't even talk about tourism. Now focus on agro-processing alone. That host was mesmerized. So wow. So that host can say, hey, if it's a situation here, then we need to bring him back before the Independence Day. Yeah. So after all these years, we are where we are today. There's a motorway. Kwame Nkrumah ti mi lay iron rods e was here. The concrete eguso. Na enable with all the ideas digitalization e can was every year nyina. Na se pothole ba ho dey fill pothole now near the beauty me and the asphalt and I come messy concrete. What is the chemistry and the science behind the two elements? Is it feasible at this age in our country? At this age of digitalization? At this age of artificial intelligence, so-called. Next year, you motorway. Kwame Nkrumah time, must say Bejimbre. Yeah. Or the iron rods a guasie, right? And what they call concrete a guso, and then numbers to call share. Now the time yeah, tout to all these achievements. Next motorway, Kwan say. Near Passia, yeah. Next year, gossip, ha. Next year, Clanka, you two so many areas across the country. Yet, me and cement, and in that year, I refer our pothole, but rather the beauty men, asphalt, and the ebeguso. Now, what would be the reaction, the chemical reaction between the beauty men and the concrete? Would they last? Its effect, not so on the iron rods, from where do we stand as a nation? So, when Agyapong Japan is talking now, we should listen to him thoroughly and see that there's an element of truth. There's a line we are running through it that is pointing to all the resources Ghana, we cannot be poor. No, we cannot be poor.
Ghana, we cannot be poor.
We cannot be poor.
Subscribe to Strong Voice Network and subscribe here. Subscribe. Now, bring more information. The encourage was a massa. Maybe I will be an Michel, Mateo Canche. I refer pa. Why? What's our refer? After to Kwasi Agyapong, maybe I will be a young couple in count. A year, a J. Paul Festus, or show near Darteh. A year, Yao Jachi, also show near that Stephen Esidu, also share that's Isaac Adams, Chairman Isaac Adams, Cape Coast, also share that's Papa. After so a Num Kodu Collins, also share Lioness in Power. Also, yeah, that's it. Vida Butchi, also show no, that's it. Frimpong Evans, also say that's it. Nana Pia, that's it. Ose Kwame, oh, US of A, maybe I will be a young pong in town, that's it for Papa. Asante Augustine, also say, that's it. Vida, always royal, also say, that's it. Janet Esidu, also say, that's it. Kwaku. Keneboa Kodia also share that's it. Okay. More for comment in some ra. I beg you the better screen so I'm be anya be akinkan. And terminal lawyer Eddie part 1 bisina yako another episode. Now say oye honorable Keno in Agyapong. Na say obi ba won chan say oh e ma me bi wo New York. The friend Rosemary Martin Ekuasantoa osi o donate $5,000. My boss Kofi upon Brinya say obey $11,000. Kwaku Mega. Well, woman you real name, but Kwaku Mega na social media 10 committee. Also between $10,000. And then part 3, I will be also be $100,000. It be some between $1,000. We say $3,000. We say omo pe nipa 200,000 minimum be $1,000 say honorable ken Ghana for akan ho abom ye nipa 200,000 it get $200 million j the fabra as independent candidate obepina na ompene.
So question way. This question there, me prena me preno. I'm not honorable Ken.
This is a only honorable Ken.
So me honorable Ken.
Yes. And I'll be advising you.
This is the very, very, very scientific question. Now, dear Mamino. Indeed, say if I were to be in his shoes, always I'll say Ghana first. Always say if I were to be in his shoes, let's say Ghana first. Let's say Ghana for now. Philly said, "Baby, you drew. This is the type of leader we need. Yeah, you hear me leadership style of job creation. You hear me leadership style of agro processing tourism. Any day, Ghana for I'm a corruption about from there. They said that's what Ghana for. When I mean, research, they said no. A bus you could talk about over 50 plaza there million. I will be tempted to save the country than to think about party. I will be tempted. What you must understand? To save the country. Because Ghana first. They say Ghana first. No, we are tired. You're bread. You're swanso. You're swanson. Ghana phobia Masha said they will support me. Now the researcher Maya should say Ghana force me no hear me there. Because they believe in my vision of transformation. They believe in my agenda. Because my agenda is so practical and pragmatic. I will step in that direction to save my country. And therefore, I will step to that your friend is saying independent table to save Ghana. Save Ghana, we are Ghana fund into a prefer. Then everybody else must reorganize and organize themselves to be part of me so that we can prosecute the agenda of this country. I mean, you are party and all this are air cost one. And one thing, they say Ghana for any budget, Ghana for ebenya duaniadi, Ghana mabru ebenya adwumaye, Ghana ho betono. Now they did the movement of people, your nurses and doctors to the foreign lands. Yeah, you can foreigner to go and see greener pasture. Whereas when you are planted here in the center of the earth, where all resources or they are for free, it's only leadership now. And disappoint here till today. And where we are, everybody is panicking. Everybody is quacking for fear. Everybody from mouth, from hand to mouth, from mouth to hand, from pocket to mouth, from pocket to hand. Be obedient. I be basano. Nese. Ghana for say this is the type of person we need, then I will be the first Lee Kuan Yew of Ghana. If the Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore was a poor country. Yeah, not any in the books. It has no place on the map of the world or the global map. It took one person with vision of transformation. It took one person to say no to transform Singapore. And with the end of poverty. To a country of superfluous prosperity. Amane, Singapore Airline is the #1 airline in the world. Singapore Air #4 when GDP. Obia wants to go to Singapore. Obia percent or cost the wonders of Singapore. It took one person. Now, a very good character of patriotism. One person or a character of discipline. One person or a character of being an entrepreneur. One person or a power of, or you're very honest. Yeah, or come did you say or best name mine. Step onto the plate to change the fortunes of Singaporeans. The question is, do the media since you're gaining independence in 1957, and they are proud of. A binu, Uncle Phil send me videos of NASA. A binu echo space. Edit telescopes. And look into our galaxies. First, near GD said, there's only one galaxy, over 200,000 galaxies in the world, and each galaxy contains over 100 million stars. Yeah, I'm not for the planetary system. Nations have planetary system. The center of the earth. Now we have become beggars.
The call US or share US. Awa in a young time. And so home is solar. Ghana high we the Hatako Kunti.
Yes. A Hatako Kunti. A Dianima and Sem Fata. Almost say, I wasn't can your mainline up no boy.
The Yamkasa at a muda so shall say free Ghana.
Wasn't mainline up no boy. Share
on the Mayaguni.
Oh, yes, precisely. I'm telling you. Leadership has failed us. Leadership has failed us. The type of leadership we are having, it has failed us significantly, and I will say it. It matters not. I will say it, and I have been saying this from day one. That is why I find it very impossible. Maybe. But Ghana, it will take only some few people out. Omo patriotic and disciplined and honest. Ya omo feel say ye maburu ebre. Omo nya duma nye. Look at our hospitals. Ghanese hospital kwine. Yeah, proud yourself say Ghanese hospital a COVID hospital. Yeah, you see Ghanese. Yeah, no ti SSR no. A kwine a move from Ghanese hospital echoes the main road no. Yeah, we say it take you 2 minutes for an ambulance to reach there. I bet take ambulance 10 to 20 minutes because potholes, manholes and valleys and the war quantum but every day don't come. The road leading to Ghanese hospital in itself crown a catch say get thinking level. Nobody cares about the country again. Nobody cares.
You see.
Now even remember who call USC. The question I mean let me busa me say.
Maybe could be.
Yeah, obesa could be. Yeah, let's me let me busa me say. Charles, you are always talking about Africa, always talking about your country. How many minutes does it take for an ambulance to reach your home, to reach your hospital? And I'm going to look at 30 minutes or 30 minutes, yes. How many ambulances do you have in your country? We are priding ourselves, say, 309 ambulances. A population of 33 million. Look at the vast land that we have. We are priding ourselves. And we are priding ourselves. Our 300, less than 320 ambulances. And we are priding ourselves. Look at the Ghanese hospital road. We are priding ourselves. That area, that enclave is an emergency area. But every route be a Kobia, every street be a Kobia. And we sit here, and we are going to enjoy. We are going to celebrating 57 independence anniversary. If there are some other forms of lives, in our universe, yet the parliament, fat tables and chairs, and the bulk of $1
billion. And I said,
yes, and Mara Unamia shine so much. Even with salt alone, we can change Ghana. With cassava alone, we can change Ghana. With sugar cane alone, with coconut, near Nigeria for or that 10,000 tons, metric tons. If Brazil at the bar,
we do US. Adia, me who ya me ya. Pa only my pro.
What is it?
Now me call Mr. Brobyho.
Yeah,
Mr. Brobyho, Virginia. See a driver here
on the highway 95
from New Jersey to Virginia.
On the highway 95.
Oshe. Drive 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And the coy. Now share a coin. 4 to 5 hours no. So do when you bu antem. A pay free Accra. Eko Sunyane.
Yeah.
But this I won't say. Ube timide 4 to 5 hours. Every Accra Agoku Sunyane.
I feel what do Kofodia. I feel what do in Koko.
Because free.
After do
I can't me who kwaya ubet me drive straight say be a 10 minutes continue. They be am so upon bring yaka. O drive 10 minutes continuous. Ah o mo break.
Oh yes. Also the worker was me. O say na me cambo to e one say. Baby am for how identify who said there's a New Jersey Turnpike. Who for New Jersey Turnpike? And I'll do as a 6 I know for Pennsylvania Turnpike. But we cross through the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. You're Philadelphia. And we descend here. We go far the airport area and we go Virginia to Baltimore. We go Virginia.
Yeah.
Baltimore to Virginia.
Delaware.
Oh, Delaware. Yeah. But then we've offered Delaware.
Okay.
Delaware.
Delaware.
Yes.
No, Baltimore.
Bridge. Say Delaware River. And a bridge in that's number fuck. But interestingly, also far home. Say a quambia who be impose and a portal no ma failure, you would me who portal say a failure. If there's any works, who say
if it's social construction and no more years and grand traffic Emma.
Yes. And let us take ourselves back to the motorway. I just want a penny force attention to what they are doing to the generation on board.
What's there some more bay? Or master say you.
They'll be able to asphalt. It's going to be asphalted. And the identity can keep when people talk about tourism. Or when people are talking about and near my foot with trace use of Rome some correct cathedral. Come and come yes, I deal we have to offer and children to come and witness. I said, ye will motorway beer, ye this cement and iron rods and the for them to see some of these things. Now, mo be mo am what the beauty me go ho. What the beauty me go ho we are. Some motorway kwana me so mo the beauty me fully portal. On be wide no ma you na beauty me. We don't even preserve our heritage. Enunti na Osu Castle, I said the city. Anumabo Castle, I Gugray. Elimina, nothing. Right home about. Cape Coast, the same way. But we want people to come down to this country. Return, the year of return. What do we have historically and culturally? Yeah, enhances so much. Yeah, packaging is so much to present to the world to be an attraction, to pull tourists to this country. Now, and I'm saying this with pain. I was talking about Singapore.
Yeah.
It's the first airline in the world. A whole country like Ghana. A whole country like Ghana. I salute you, Honorable Agyapong, for your vision. We don't even have an airline. We are talking about gold, we are talking about lithium, we are talking about manganese, we are talking about diamond, we are talking about bauxite, salt. We are talking about vast land, we are talking about digitalization, technology. But the question is, we don't even have an airline. We don't even have a shipping line. Where is our airline?
The only thing we have is Ayalulu and ISTC.
Oh, how painful it is. If you haven't built the basic business infrastructure, if you haven't built the basic business infrastructure, where is your pool strategy for tourism to grow? Where is your pool strategy for foreign direct investment? You don't have an airline.
You see, me call US no, Mr. Abedruga Roma, you call Washington DC. Oko share when you swati. Maybe Sankagana ha, in fact, say ministry so.
Yes.
National tia, more buses be tourist buses be
yes.
Now, Udu National Theatre over 30 minutes. We see actual pictures and which are we be another bus in our train. No one for. Maybe I would do Independence Square. Now we see. No job. White House. Your Fahonina. Ghana. Council. What are we doing?
Leadership has failed us. Independence Square. Oh, see one. What you go near my watch. Independence Square. The arc near see one. Oh,
no video be even in CNN rappers near film.
But I see
no video.
And so a leader is to be a set agenda. A leader will be a war a vision. Say this is where I want to take my country to. It is not in a rush, but you take your time, step by step. Tourism, and the tourism there are attractions. And there being infrastructure they have to lay. And therefore, let us get an airline. When we say now, Honorable Kwaku Japan, no more planning how to bring an airline to this country. Yeah. If you are telling people to come to Ghana to visit her, now if they are coming from US, they have to take either Delta Airline or United, or sometimes KLM or British Airways. Do all this transit. Kenya Crown Airline, they are for free, a call for tourism. They want to go and see the lions and the leopard in that order. To see the Maasai nomads in Kenya, Nairobi. Look at Nairobi Airport, the vast land of airports. That's the farthest over there. So they have Kenya Airliner bringing in people at a reduced cost. What you say? Rwanda, now becoming the beacon of Africa. They have their own airline. Ivory Coast, they have their own airline. South Africa, they have their own airline. Ethiopia, they have their own airline. Busaya Huse, Yetiha, and the Kontokwa Yetiha, and I am prima we may president, Yama we may say, Emma we may say, Emma we may say, Emma for Kasakasasa. Yatasi Busaya Huse. For us to leapfrog a dear penny a year. Look at our road construction. Poor. We don't have an airline. We see airlines say we make Kasa, we don't have an airline. Even railways. Now Tiana, the two big cities where Accra, Kumasi. Moko Washington, Namu decided to you can go and pick a Sala train. We went to our port authority down there, pick an Asala train, bullet train. Boom, within 2 hours, you are in Washington, D.C. Boom, it's called the bullet plane. Boom, Mobako. Asala, Modro. Boom, Masaba back. Obasoko, Connecticut. Tufa train. Boom, what do you have for Connecticut? Yes, train system. A crowd train system.
Manhattan.
Yes, Cross Bronx.
Yes.
They find the Cross Bronx. Now we call Jerome Avenue. Train na wana a man for Yenima. A man for
Times Square.
Yes, it's big. Now Yetiha with all the mineral resources. Yetiha with all the forest, the fauna and the flora. Unyamidia maye. Now Yetiha, and we are enriching ourselves. Instead of building the country.
I didn't know see blaming leadership.
The leader. And if Honorable Louis Farrakhan or say, Obi person be president, don't ask that person the number of degrees you have. Maybe say degree said why. Are you a doctor? Are you an engineer? Are you a technician? Are you a lawyer? Don't ask that person. Ask that person, what is your vision?
But in Ghana, Hano, we don't do that.
Ask that person
because we're a doctor. Where you say.
What's your vision? And if somebody like
so we do baby, because you are penny be. Ena ose omo meeting bi ase na ohwe professors ni adom guo na ohwe enema omo document omo present ya beji bibi dia koma mine obro anko so timi hwe hu dia ose no mumfa wonsa muntwa we mu ose professor wako betan say American school be na no ochra de
this is based on experience it was any can say experience
practical camera for onim nyansa
no So people with vision. During the campaign time, it can be about practicality. It can be about practicalism. Will be our day or say will be our since you must waham. Will be our you be paying. You be paying. Will be what I say. What the customer bank what you did. What I say. Have you done that before? What's your resume? And don't think that's a interview not compared to you always have to tout the things that you have done practically, the experience that you have under your belt, and sign the job number because you can do it. Without even thinking, but your second nature. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Our case, they say, let me go and lead the country. Let me become an MP. Let me become a DC. Let me become a CEO to enrich myself.
Because in Penifronso, can you know how I Ghana for your tear? No, to play along.
Some of us, we disagree with all these things that are going on. We disagree. And we will continue to talk against that until say, a man will raise say no, but you drew. You hear phobia said we almost trimu poor and no more dream as a Ghana we found a fra. It is not about the list, the tall list of degrees that you have acquired over the years without experience, without practicality. We need practice. There's a big difference between theory and practice. Experience. You talk and walk the talk. What I say, you talk and walk they talk. Oh, look at your case and interview. The man, Agyapong, was there, and look at how he was churning out numbers. Now, on mouth solutions. So when we say somebody is a solution provider, or what a solution set. We have problem sets and we have the solution sets. Yeah, or they answer those problems. Or can we win natural? Where we are today, Ghana cannot be poor because we have everything. But our mindset is corrupt. And the mindset that make sure said the mindset of leadership and say, let me enrich myself, let me dip into the till. And dip it into the till is dip it into the public purse and enrich myself. And he said, oh yeah, he has selfless person. Onye, with the minia bra, with the more fast bra, with the married bra, with the girlfriend bra, with the on chini. We don't do that. And what can we say? Loot, create, and share. We don't need that again. We need a crofua, almost practical. Let us build together, build, distribute, and share to almost everybody in this country. Say that, say, the blaster of hope will be indeed the blaster of hope, not the blaster of despondency.
Oh, here's Strong Voice Network. Umunya bema ohine ko fisafuni. So subscribe here, subscribe. Your name lawyer Kwaku Amoh Darteh and Agyapong komo. A carity for a guidance conference na Ebaso April 19th. UPSA. Say what ya bonya manye. Ye obi a free. The only transportation on baba. You see obenum. Ye dey be make sure say we benya insu anom. To person was sponsor program now between 0244 424 885 0244 885. Baby, I will be answer one man on so organ ha waiting offer and no bekasana. Bibia and I say contribution be obey towards program Nibiano. Better was it. Young guys, a chief was a union by my pan mobile for Agyapong. Never made that form. A year March 16th.
Yeah,
and I compare already crabia. Tinano, a Beku Kumasi near the Entuma, a Kobo Padmo, a demo. To Strong Voice Network, so I am calling Sapine. I say a Kobo in your sound because Penifo said, who say be any upgrade, my man as a baby that from no any upgrade supana, and yet ye nipano con quantino, nimum nibiana, utum, and cat antino, when you now must mean and Kobo. Padmo for Agyapong now pay will be crabber. I am not address see do our own show no so ye dasi. Steven Jemfi also here Eric Amponsa or say Kwaku Abiba Tano, ma Abiba Meteo catch Nana appear when you are more show no. Council, yes, I am Mr. Kofi upon bring our Sembia Oka.
Yes,
or say a nita will be shown up can be as some of the catching about pay.
Yes,
Omi school of or say school of patriotism and common sense be a sin dumping. Now, anytime we are casting a fast soldier for, a fast police for, a fast can say immigration for Biano. Young fat student in free school, near formal SNI, bit me, bit me at teacher of money, on any argument.
Oh, yeah, millennial. It's a school of common sense, say. Also, conventional wisdom. Okay, and if be say, mamma, near Papa. I bet almost two more, who say, almost me bubeo. Then better no move to home. Then in a philosophy. Obi no co school. But what me bubebia, that's all place I been one. It was based on experience. I see, I could not panic or quasha. And before somebody make cassa assembly, not any panel. My great home power experience. What I say, it is this common sense. If there's a school, a child will say, Sebi, say near ye name, say near a broma, a nipa, and penny. Say na oba, I was a dressing. Say na bema, I was a one a messia, a cassa. And you can say bema or tones our basso. And you can say oba, or the penny attempt. You will say, no. Na yami ahun say so bia baby a wotie ne e wo se odɔ o man na wodi enidie amapa so e ma wo man se odɔ o man a sebe unkɔdidi na unkɔto roba no entwira bontere no sachet water now took and trouble. And in the first place, it's a good dog minus a woman son of my so mind to be a show, sir. I was over history. That is where you become citizen. What I say, because now your public service is the highest duty. The aye warriors, and you know, see, you prepare your mindset, which is the attitude of the individual towards work, attitude of the individual towards time management, and then in general resource usage. Let's say first animal way in the mobile. Let's say the panel Pia Montino Kosoja when you say Ghana and Tino. Also, U.S. Army or more respect the U.S. power. U.S. need a ball for the country or yili yam a ball no power because when we say ball now born or more for the self and money. But or ball no among the country say the beya or be creating legacy and name. Now in Yamakas a papa ba or mine winner or all the advanced countries.
School of leadership.
Yes. Yeah, leadership. Also,
of leadership.
Yes. And the leadership so I work and that me know come once and say it's all about attitude. It's all about determination, but about fierce resolve and the will. What you say? And say who really have a business with you? Really your levels of leadership, 5 different levels of leadership. The last one, level stage, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. In Takope job with me training, first of all, you have to get the skills, the right skills. When they want then build attitude and common sense. Relationship building. What are the source, the quantitative and the qualitative to lead. Oh my, what's a community? The reason why you are on earth, the reason why you are in Ghana, the reason why you are Ghana, you making sure say your resources you are used to the benefit of almost everybody. I say when we are the last tip of leadership, it's about will, determination, and fierce resolve. But decide this idea be me cry my whole in a bed. Every ship raise the flag of my country. It is not about me and my family, but it's about me, my family, community, society, Ghana, and the world, because you're a citizen of the world. And therefore, you have to do the right things. And leadership is not about say, oh, you're trouble mommy. And to be a John Romani Mahama, Anami Alaksha Martin, Anami Agyapong. Yes, Anami way into me about leading the country. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? What is your attitude, you as a leader? What is your attitude towards your country? What is your attitude towards the citizenry? Empathy, how? What me people, but now do no John and Colabi, Tonyama or Kwanswa, who soon. Some from school, no school, don't win a Kenya and how? Say hospitals, and yet. Nessa ultimi alcohol ambulance ni pegu yenya ambulance muntra e de ka ho utunya ayana hawana. Leadership is not just a leader. Leadership is a holistic approach. Leadership is a package. Leadership a bibia masa eruna ebechiro because say a training enya de ka nyina enye. Una Moses was a great leader. At the time of all baby the Jumani, he has to hand the baton over to Joshua, another leader. Because now Moses are bro. Now Moses was called Jethro Ho. I call you a man. What bread would how a way a man who said, "Yan so much ordinary." What sense you are more one? A beer yaram not a chill monai. What pen when you're more wordy. What pasture? What woman in Nama looking for pasture for them? What I was stressful. And it is a Oganya bear. Now Moses Tiasia. Joshua also was brave of Egypt. Pa! Was steady. So when he took the baton from Moses, now he knew exactly the right thing to do. And so you just don't become a leader, but you have to go through the mills. You have to pass through the processes. You have to train yourself. For example, if you're a leader and you don't know how to create jobs, how can you create jobs? If you're a leader and you don't know philanthropism, how can you be a philanthropic? If you're a leader, let's say one guy, you don't understand the politics, society, the social structure of this country. What I say, now how can you lead for them? Lead them. How can you lead them? And you can't come from nowhere and say I'm going to be leading a group of people, you need to understand one properly, their needs and wants. Because you have walked that path before, you can always be there for them.
Okay.
And I agree with Papa no said there must be a school of leadership, but we should get people like Agyapong to set the path, to take the lead. Then the experience and practicalism and then his networking capabilities, selflessness, or bring to bear, training Ghana form. Now, when I was listening to him on the latest interview, now I say, and go with a friend who said, "Oh, me here rice paddy, or buy a fan for or Freya, no connect to." And to a leader, you will be sometimes you have to sit back and because you are fully and highly networked, Obey the problem, but you know how to solve it. What I say, or far for friend with any problem solve, or far away so and to become a problem solver. Yeah, we need what's a way. That is how we lead.
Yeah.
What I say, and then the leading is not through intimidation. And also, we have to win election at all costs until we have let us bully, let us do this, let us do this. The right people are there in this country, but because of selfishness, and such people have been ignored. But God will speak again.
Okay.
Because the nation Ghana being the center of the earth, God will speak again. And I'm happy to say, Honorable have decided to be quiet. Now he's thinking through business, how to start the Guardians Conference again. Not through strong voice network, or share the experiences, ideas with the youth, and show them how to fish. Send a beya or be a person investment these are the path, these are the things to be able to succeed in business.
Okay.
Call around and be teaching. Meanwhile, he's still there, and anybody who needs ideas can always come to you. Business ideas, you can always go to him for ideas. And I'm very, very happy, and all of us are happy. We are here that the Independence Day is coming, but Ghana has a long way to go.
Ghana has a long way to go. I had the interview with BC, but I encourage chief for say a guidance conference na babe no. E ko mienu no moyi wo monim say on person on guidance conference and as a guidance foundation no the conference never. Since day one, e sha say UPSC say ko mienu na be kan ho ene ye omja e muda we are for Ken Group Worldwide. We are for Honorable Ken Agyapong Group Worldwide. Omunya emuda be a befe bia no omunya na ekonti. We are for Ken for once I'm on board the damase. Afi so Ken ladies so afre someone so ombedi omuntuma ba bebo edim ni nyina de guidance conference no abaso. I mean na me producers ase ni mpanifo nyina ase Mr. Kofi Opombrenya US of A yadase Mr. Kofi Dogbe also US of A yadase me big boy Fifi and Kofi also US of A also yadase Mr. Kofi Jumo US of A say I will be do Ghana I obey your mami you onkoi Mr. Jumo yadase Albert Brobe only claim the bola also US of A yadase Mr. Francis Kunedu UK also yadase Auntie Abba also Andrew Yana free Ghana they could do UK also yadase Vida Buki also US of A also yadase Abeku Kings JC TV also yadase Ifira me brew I can't say USA and me driver no but be a could be Ifira and me na unim dia any can say even no man's car crash on to say and now ba be man and now ba share in mass yes we don't be a meduska
yes
maybe am do bia me could be an Ifira etuka tofu e be fa be ko Ifira dia wa mem na me so minim say nche ube hu me ai that's it and Miss Juan also that's it Ma Rosemary Martin on the menana because was any nana de safu auntie Ma Rose or menana ti Ma Rose also that's Ma Rose I promise him say my birthday say na 14 February my birthday
oh sir
yeah
and what can me
no say of akwachi Saturday of akwachi
so may he so rest in peace
I'm my birthday meant me
diversity will be
I'm my birthday meant me and it but Ma Rose or say or send me $200 na I'm ready to kusia
50-50
some boys also my $300 now
this is good
I the event Ma Rose also yeah that's papa masa also yeah that's papa networking also yeah that's udino real name numerafi networking the mekaipa also yeah that's and now Enoch Megaso also Ukraine also yeah that's also real name numerafi and Tim Pacho fache Prince Tete Cisco also yeah ono Cisco na dem call Virginia yes Cisco also yeah that's Kwesi Agenkwa from so Bagana minim so ko back there must have ko si bia obi Nyankopon enka ho Shaibu Hamidu Lasisi also yeah that's George Opoku Amponsa Foster Asare Isaac Owusu munyina Nyankopon enhiramu afeso ode sheba Asante Safo Kwesi Ninsin Robert Balfour Justice Afo Emmanuel Etu ode sheba Asante Emmanuel Segu Kechiri Obi munyina Nyankopon enkamo Benjamin Tai Nyankopon enkamo nyina mo afeso Eric Same also of France baby Obi Nyankopon enka lawyer also yebeda ase afeso pardon ba for Agyapong o ma meda form aya memenda be now twemi no that's memenda be tina na twemi no o ma me ye okuma se nyina na yebeba na yeba pa woni mo news afeso Dr. CNN I say His Excellency CNN US of A also yedase baby Obi ahwe free bia no also the titiri mama subscribe to channel na nas mama hwe mo dem message aba no the better screen so ma obi anya bi akengai na me adoma that's me be sha na answer me kokran cancel final words
the final words ni an say ma obi akoma entutu ma obi entete right now no person obi anya arreshemu say the future is bright.
Yeah,
there's hope and hope is just here. Now let us continue to work hard and be ready. Maybe one day our chance will come.
Zito, maybe I will be a Nyankopon count. My boss could feel upon bringer also. That's papa. I had a you made it, Miss Munabema or Hinoko Visafone. Mr. Strong Voice Network, what they are now, they are some. Your studio near so no, you are now going to say yes. Or Tramodin Studio Partner Strong Voice Network, a beautiful. I've been so young for Asada and Maubia or Shabiano. Near Kaiti for say Guidance Conference no be a person into my Strong Voice Network and I say Guidance Foundation International mo na Guidance Conference no be am with me afre me 0244 424 885 0244 424 885 ofra komodi and I say jise o bia no e na obeka ama de ye atoye papa baako afre on kwala odi ka sende ni sika to Guidance Foundation account mo ni refi ni dino na the phone no so na me dey here ntama ni dino ayi anti over jamming na me trade na to ti be obi na kite vo say obi oba best sponsor program ni bia no program asem ni be wi no the be citation obi oba best sponsor program ni bia no
yes
be ma citation na ashe afufuro nkra because Guidance Foundation no enya we nkwa ne be ko other countries ye be ko US ye be ko UK ye be ko Canada ye be ko France Germany, Australia, area se baby ya honorable Ken ye beto Guidance Conference. Ghana nti na ye bre. Ghana nti na ye bre. Te hana de dwuma de bisi. Munu aba ma wo ne ko fisa funi. Ta me aduma da sebe e be hia wakram.